has syphilis?
There you go. I'll get a new intro when I find a better one, but I don't think I'm going to be able to top that. All right, people. Yeah, a few more questions. Well, too bad. You're going to have to wait. You guys can hear me? The volume's good? Nobody's going to cry about the volume? Yeah, I mean, the background is... last time was my choice. This time, Schneider got to choose, and that's what he wanted. Is there no sound? Hello, you can't hear me? Okay, well, why is he complaining about sound? Come on, Vulcan, get it together. Okay, good. So, next time I'm going to try... well, I'm going to do 2 movies next time, because I'm going to try a not Seagal movie. We'll see how that works. But there will also be a Seagal movie, in case it doesn't work great. Because I know you guys love how much I love Mr. Seagal. So, worst case scenario, we'll be making fun of Seagal next time too. And somebody else. Maybe one of the Resident Evils. Maybe Uwe Boll. Jackie Chan. I'm not going to make fun of Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan. Good job, Justin. Good job. All right. This week, though, we're doing Shadow Man. Yeah, the background. I know. Like I said, I got to choose last week. Schneider gets to choose this week. Oh, Jackie. Shadow Man is the Steven Seagal mega blockbuster hit movie where he showed the world. I should have had that fart sound queued up, but that's basically it. Just pretend you did that sound. I got to figure out how to get sound effects going. Okay, so we're going to do Shadow Man. So I'm not touching on everything that I did in my actual video of Shadow Man, which actually was a lot of it. This movie is something that if you weren't paying attention, like it was on in the background, you would think it's a normal movie that makes sense, but it's just missing all the connecting things that make it coherent. All right. If he could move around, Mr. Seagal might do more than one shadow, but he's just kind of a ball on the ground, so no, not really. He doesn't even do one shadow. All right. Oh, yeah.
The idea of dim-mak.
How's the volume? How's that volume?
Technique is not to hurt.
Because I know there's something volume that's going to just piss everybody off, and you're all going to cry about it, so let's take care of it now. I don't know what you mean by live edit. Okay, I could go a little bit more. I know, I'm trying to get the volume right. I'm aware it could be louder. Okay. See? That's why we do this. Here we go. See how this is.
The idea of dim-mak, or any kind of internal technique, is not to hurt others, but to help others.
So I can raise it more, I think. Too much. I hate you all. So it's either too quiet, too loud, or it's just right. So it's one of those. Just a tad what? More or less? All right, so here we go. Let's see if I can add some volume to this. For people that this is their first live stream, I refuse to do any preparation, so deal with it. That's how these things work. All right, so here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to find the setting. That will be first. All right, tell me how this is.
The idea of dim muck or any kind of internal technique is not to
Better, worse? Better, worse? Better? Worse? Fine? No change. Okay. Okay. It's all right. I got this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There was no change because I didn't change anything. So whoever lied and said it was better is a liar. Okay. Now it should be a lot louder.
The idea of dim muck or any kind of internal technique is not to hurt others but to help others.
1 pixel. That's how I do it. Okay. So if that's good, we're just going to go. Perfect. You guys know the dialogue in Seagal movies or why we're all here? All right, so here we go. So if you haven't seen this movie, good for you. If you have, then you're an idiot, like me. Oh, God. Yeah, dim mock is... I mean, Frank Dukes had a thing for the dim mock for people who are losers and haven't seen Bloodsport. Dim mock is the death touch. That's how he breaks goes through the bricks and breaks only the bottom one. Apparently Seagal is trying to rip off Van Damme, obviously, because why wouldn't you? He just does a terrible job.
The idea of dim muck or any kind of internal technique is not to hurt others but to help others.
Okay, it's dim mock death touch. It's not to hurt people, it's to help people. Yes, it's called death touch. Okay, great.
Chi.
So if you guys haven't spotted it by now, this guy's holding a watermelon. This guy just goes to these classes and holding a watermelon because obviously, if anyone here knows Aikido, somebody better be holding a goddamn watermelon. And that's this guy.
Can be used in striking for just external or internal.
Whatever the fuck
You can
that
just
means.
move them a little bit.
And he just attacks him. Look, see? You can hit people. If you guys didn't know you could hit people, look. I'll show it to you again. You can hit people. Look, you can hit people. Boom. Yeah. Oh, look, Kane 7. Hi, Space God. Let me ask, are you a person? Oh, can you control fabric, space, and time? Yes, no, and no. Thank you for the question, Kane something. I'll even give that a heart. Okay, yeah, so Seagal has proven that you can hit people. If you doubted him, I just showed it to you twice. You can hit people, see? And then listen to the sound effect.
I was very impressed.
The sound effect for the watermelon. He backhands a watermelon, and it gets better.
I was very impressed with the way you broke the watermelon.
Nobody has ever said those words before. Nobody has ever been impressed with the way somebody slapped a watermelon. But this guy's, he thought that was pretty damn amazing. Let's see if Seagal can, teach him how to do that. How do you do that?
Can you teach me?
Oh, you just fucking kill him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. But that's how you do it. And then he just starts fighting him. He starts attacking him. Sure, why not? What we do. This. Look at that. A very unnecessary nut shot after he's already falling. That is classic Seagal. What does that have to do with anything? I actually does come up later. This is like the only Seagal movie where it's come up later. That was all completely unnecessary, but the watermelon thing impressively comes up later. Yeah, of course that was a nut kick. That's all he thinks Seagal kicks. If he doesn't kick you in the nuts, then he missed. Everything else is a nut kick. So we get two things back to back that come up later, but completely unnecessary. He should not have been in there once, much less twice. Oh, man. So, yeah. And the IRS, or
I can wipe out any tax.
the computer whizzes in here. Yeah, that's a nut kick for some reason. So CIA headquarters Langley, obviously. We all know where that is. IRS.com, because that's how it works. They couldn't fake .gov. You got to go with .com. I don't know if they thought the IRS is going to sue them. But he hacks into the IRS for some reason. We never find out why.
I can wipe out any taxes owed.
He's calling Seagal. So Seagal's just sitting at home, minding his own business, surrounded by chicks, obviously. And this guy just calls and says, hey, you want me to wipe out all your IRS debt? This is how Seagal's life goes. People just call him.
Okay.
Oh, obviously. Told you. It's Seagal, so usually that's what's happening. He is the most... Oh, God. This is how he wants people to think his life goes. That's why every movie turns into this. Yeah, it's the regular day for Seagal. That's Tuesday. You're Seagal. Yep, IRS, R&R shyster. Death and taxes. Only two things. This is a constant in Seagal movies. For people that don't know, Romania, they have a whole industry where you make movies really cheap. I'm guessing like they probably don't have permitting requirements. They have just a bunch of actors you can just point at and like, here, I'll take them for the day. That's why you'll see the same rotating actors in all of Seagal's cheap movies that just happen to take place in Romania. Or sometimes he'll call it Paris, but it's obviously Romania. But that's why. All the cheap movies are in Romania. Oh, Christopher Martin. Thanks for all the great content. You're welcome, Mr. Martin. I'm assuming the singer, right? We'll just go with yes, even if it's no. We'll go with yes. So yeah, we're in cheap Romania. Okay, this I wanted to point out to you. Something I've noticed doing these. Yeah, $49.99. Hell yeah. I like this Martin guy. You will notice this if you ever start a YouTube channel where you do a lot of Seagal movies. He stares down the camera constantly. This scene, he stares it down twice as he's walking. Just watch his eyes, just staring at the camera. Yeah, staring at the camera. Then he goes back to the camera. Oh, what's that camera doing? Just something you'll pick up once you guys start your channel. And then meets his daughter, poor daughter. Drops his passport like an idiot. Apparently, this was all part of somebody's master plan that Seagal's an idiot and will definitely be dropping his passport. This is a movie that they made it up as they went along, I guarantee you. Yeah, he drops his passport, so... This guy. Oh man, this also makes no sense. You get used to hearing that. He plants a bomb, an explosive, in the car. For some reason, we never find out why he did that, what he was supposed to... And not only do we not find out why, when we find out what's going on, that's like the opposite of what he should have been doing. What he does make zero sense. It goes against his goal. Oh, you know what? Let me see. Once I'm done with this, there's a way to give away memberships. I'm going to try and do that. I can't find it from right here. But the way YouTube does it, I can't choose who it goes to. It's just completely random. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. Okay, after this. So yeah, the bomb explodes.
Passport, come back and help me look for it.
Oh, I'm skipping ahead. Oh, he's in there. That's the grandpa. She gets kidnapped. Then the car explodes. None of this makes any sense. And as you find out more of the story, it makes less sense. This is a movie that the more you know, the less sense any of it makes. So obviously, this is definitely Seagal going to that car. Obviously, this is such a Seagal. And get used to this guy's face. It happens a lot. You see this guy a lot. He's in this movie more than Seagal is. Not just his back, but his face too. He gets a lot of face time. And then we get this amazing car chase where mostly I'm showing you Seagal just because he cannot drive like a normal person. I don't think he's ever driven. I don't think he is a real person. He seems like someone who just woke up as a 40-year-old and was just trying to fake his way through it. That's his driving. He does that same move. Oh, God. Yeah. You're a real person, all right. Yep, you're real. And then her, like, what is she doing? She's not even turning. And look at the background. It's spinning. Okay. the guy that planted the bomb is one of these motorcyclists. So just remember that. One of the motorcyclists who's working with him. They are working together, secretly working together. But he's starting to shoot at him. They never explain why. When they meet up later, like, why the fuck were you shooting at me? No, it never comes up. They just forget about it. Yeah, he's unloading on him. So I'm going to show you the shirts match. But you guys trust me. So anyways, he jumps on the car, just immediately fly off. I don't know what his goal was when he jumped on the car. He lost his gun. He's like, you know what? I'm going to jump on the car. Let me go back to where he jumps on the car. While he's spinning. I jump on the car. I don't know what I'm going to do on the car. Oh, yeah, I'm going to fall off. That's what I'm going to do on the car. And then these guys. We don't know who these guys are. We never find out what their deal is. They're like the criminals in Romania who are just a part of this movie. They're just like, we want to be in this movie. We're going to just show up sometimes. So they're chasing him too. We don't know why. And this is how he loads his gun. It's out. So the slide's back for some reason. Because that's what you do. You wait till your arm is out of a moving vehicle before you close it and actually use it. That's the safe way to do it. It's one of those Romania gun safety rules. And I don't know what he's shooting. He's just unloading it. Not the car in front of him. Literally anything but these guys he's shooting at. And they're spinning circles still. They're still doing donuts over there. And here we go with the greatest ending to this car scene. This car just decides to fly. Why is it flying? Probably because it hit this little bush. It hits this little bush. And then it's flying in the air. It just goes over a car because it hit that bush. Sure. And that's how pissed Seagal is that he lost his daughter. Because remember, he's chasing his kidnapped daughter. And this is how bent out of shape he is. Oh man, you can really just look in his eyes. You can see it. You can see it. Oh God. Now we're here. Don't worry about why we're here. It makes no sense. Nothing's gonna make sense. Don't question anything. But his friend, who's obviously gonna turn his back on him, I think I said it in the video. Every time he's in a Seagal movie, he's the backstabbing friend. What a surprise. The backstabbing friend again. Because Seagal he can't make different movies. Everything has to be the same. I don't know if that's some sort of OCD that he has, or just every movie has to be exactly the same, but that's what he does. And this is the home. This place is in a lot of Seagal movies. It's one of those Romania places, I guess, that's very cheap. So this house you will recognize in a lot of his movies. Yes, a lot of sitting down, obviously. So he leaves this weird door that's it's got two outsides and this little piece of wood. He can't get through this little piece of wood. I feel like if you're trying to kick the door open, that little piece of wood is going to be weaker than every other part of it. Like that's going to go before the lock goes anyways. But whatever, who cares? He's locked in. This is his backstabbing friend.
He's yours.
We never find out who that is, why he did that, who these people are supposed to be. At no point is that ever brought up again. But what is brought up is Seagal just starts punching this guy's house, and there's like a cameraman or something. See this guy over to the left? I mean, the cameraman, I don't know who that guy is. I'm guessing the cameraman's the guy holding the camera back here. I don't know why they would have two. They can't afford two cameras for a Seagal movie. They have to rent the one. So I don't know who that guy is. But I love his little sissy punches. The way he punches that is so pathetic.
Yours.
Oh yeah, he just starts building. He just builds a shotgun and some sort of weird Home Alone explosive thing because you know he's a genius, obviously. Got a mag light. Good thing you have that. Yeah. Oh yeah, shotgun shells, obviously. If they wanted it to be impressive, he should have had to put together the weapon, put together the bullets, put together the shotgun shell. Not just there were just shotgun shells laying around. That's kind of cheating. That's like in Driven to Kill when he makes the explosive. He's putting it all together, then he just puts a grenade on it. Yeah, the hard part's done for him, I guess. Here's a phonograph. Y'all have those, right? In our old kitchens. Yep. So these guys come in. They're the people he called, but we don't know who they're from or why. I guess I should have said, you can assume these are the people he called, but we don't know who they work for. Home Alone's it. Look, he even flinches. Fake made up gun. Watch how he flinches. He shoots this straight up. He flinches so bad. Oh my God. And he shoots him right in the lower stomach. Look where the bullet is. The lower stomach. He flinches, shoots it straight up into his lower abdomen.
It's a virus.
Brilliant work, Seagal. Brilliant. I don't know who's in charge of that. Nobody probably, and that's why. But apparently this is what they're after. This is pretty stupid, but we're going to find out what they're after.
It's a virus. It causes the exposed to come down with various types of cancer, influenza, you name it.
Various types of cancer, influenza, you name it. Because influenza and cancer is the same thing. That's how it works. You know, cancer is a virus. It kills them in 6 months to a year. 6 months to a year it kills them. How useless of a poison to try and kill somebody is this? That's what it's supposed to be, a poison that kills them very slowly. Or they go to a hospital and they, you know, or don't, and their influenza goes away. One or the other. Apparently this is supposed to be world ending. I don't see how that's possible. It's not syphilis. It is not syphilis. But there we go. So his friend's out here, just hanging out here, until Seagal, boom, he just appears. He's just back there. I don't know how. We don't know how he does that. He's just back there all of a sudden. Dude's watching the door. Doesn't matter. He's just behind him. And I just wanted to pause on this face just because I like pausing on these faces that he makes. It makes me happy. That could be a thumbnail.
It's a virus. It causes the exposed to come down with various types of cancer, influenza, you name it. People die within 6 months to a year.
Yeah, wow, okay, that's very effective. Somebody will eventually die.
You got 2 hours to find my daughter.
So he tells him he has 2 hours to find his daughter. Or what? Is he going to be sitting here in the front of the car? No, he's going to leave. So how about in 2 hours, he just doesn't come back? That's kind of an empty threat. 2 hours to find my daughter, or I'll shoot you now? What is Seagal? This is what I'm saying. Seagal does not know how anything works. He saw this in a movie once or something. He's just going to leave. Why would he come back? Be like, no, I didn't find her. I guess he can kill me now. Okay. Sure, why not?
It's for Amanda. Her mother was...
Okay. Now they decide to tell us why he came to Romania, and they don't want to admit because it's cheap. And this might be the dumbest, weirdest reason I've ever heard that as Seagal as a not human might think, oh, okay, that's something people do. Rewind a little bit. Okay.
It's for Amanda. Her mother was born here. It's the 5-year anniversary of her death.
Oh, please.
Is that something you do? 5-year anniversary of their death? Do you go where they died 5 years later? That is so insane. Is she buried out there? What? None of this is anything a real person would do. You don't go celebrate the death of your mom. Seagal might. Okay, Seagal might. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is the guy that's working with him, who was just getting shot on the motorcycle, and they don't even bring it up. Why were you shooting at me, bro? We work together. It's unclear who they even are. That lady's the ambassador, but we don't know who these people are or what their role is or their job or anything, other than somehow she's above them.
What do you have for us, Harry?
So...
He goes to the police. To be more accurate, the police come and pick him up so he can report his daughter kidnapped. They come and pick him up. He's told nobody. They just show up and, what's up with your daughter? Okay, cool.
Your daughter?
And she just walks in. This is the lady that kidnapped her.
You see, that's who has my daughter.
What are the odds? What are the odds? What happened to your daughter? Oh, that lady that I can see why they don't believe him. Oh, really? This lady who just walked in kidnapped your daughter? Okay, crazy person. I mean, they're kind of crazy for, how did they even know he had a daughter kidnapped? None of this is explained. None of it will ever be explained. And he's not even that mad at her for kidnapping the daughter.
All taxi drivers in this city work for the police.
I don't know what that means. Apparently, the taxi drivers work for the police in Romania. Do we have anyone from Romania? Can they confirm that taxi drivers work for the police? Anyone? Anyone? Okay.
Why am I here?
Why are you here? You kidnapped his daughter, and you're asking why you're here. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Why would you here? Yeah. It's just a normal thing they do there. Why is he getting all bent out of shape? Because you kidnapped his daughter.
I'm done talking.
What do you mean you're done talking? You haven't told him anything. They asked him what's up with the daughter. She walks in. He's like, I don't know. I think he took her. I'm done talking. He wants his lawyer. Your daughter was kidnapped. You go. The police ask you about it. You want your lawyer? Like, you don't want her found? Okay. He doesn't want her found. He wants his lawyer. He knows his rights. He doesn't have to tell the police about his kidnapped daughter. So obviously they attack him, or he attacks them. Somebody attacks somebody. Oh man. Clearly Seagal, you know, that's definitely Seagal. You can tell because they want to have his body double's face for like 5 seconds, but they know. Look at that. This is definitely not even close to the same place. Look at the background. Where is he? He's also infamous for, Seagal, I mean. He refuses to go and be with other actors. So a lot of the times he's by himself, and it's very obvious he's not there. Okay. So he goes this place that we have, nothing about. He just magically knows to go here because the other guy's going to meet him here, even though they never talked about it. Never talked about it, but they know a meetup. And hey, he brought some friends. Oh my God, all these friends are great. Guess what happens?
We want to help, Jack. And to prove it. Sorry, Harry.
What? Don't worry, that's never explained either. Why do they kill him? Nope, they just do. Apparently that's how you... See, people ask me what I would say to Seagal. I want to ask him about these things. What the hell is happening in these movies? There's no way, because there's no way they cut parts of these movies out. I refuse to believe anything hits the cutting room floor. When they get 90 minutes of footage, they're done. They just go home. So there was nothing filmed that they didn't use. They just didn't film parts of it. That's his cutting room floor. It's like, we might cut this later, so we're just not going to film it. Explains this stuff. So this isn't the friend. The friend's dead. He throws the guy that shot him off the balcony. They kill this guy too, so we never get to find out. That's a clever thing. If you just kill everyone, you don't have to explain why they're there. So this guy leaves. He's the only survivor, and he leaves. Oh my God. And this is the lady with the kidnapped daughter.
You don't know anybody in this city. You don't know the city at all.
Doing the Mary Poppins human trafficking. Like, oh, you can't leave. You don't know anyone at all. What is this? Like, that's why she can't leave?
You don't know anybody in this city. You don't know the city at all.
Oh my gosh. That's so weird.
Why did you kidnap me?
I didn't kidnap you. I saved you from getting hurt.
So we're supposed to believe she saved her life and then just didn't tell her. She's like, I'm just going to take you from your dad and we're going to drive crazy all across town. I'm going to lock you up in my apartment. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not kidnapping you. They're going to hurt you. I'm trying to keep you safe. Why would you keep that a secret? Why would you keep that a secret? And why is she keeping her from the dad? Why is she keeping her from the dad? How does she know all this is happening? None of this is ever explained. Don't worry. You're not missing it. You don't have to watch the movie and you still aren't missing it, whether you've seen this movie or not. None of this ever makes any sense. Oh my God. But yeah, apparently she's just keeping her safe, which falls apart. Yeah, this is the look you would give somebody saying that. That's exactly how you would look at them.
I want you to take me someplace where I can find some drugs and some women.
That sounds like Seagal. So that guy, go back to him, because this is the actual, this is the syphilis guy. This is where the quote comes from. That's syphilis. That comes from this guy's face. From South Pole? Okay.
What happened to him? Oh, freebase accident.
So it's a drug accident, I guess. He's here for some drugs and some women. And I think this is supposed to be him telling a joke. He's not very good at jokes. He doesn't get jokes. He doesn't understand jokes. He doesn't know how to tell jokes. But I think this is supposed to be a joke.
I don't like illegal drugs. I want to know if you could fill out a prescription.
That's my only guess, is that's supposed to be a joke. Yeah, then he just starts killing everybody. He's like, oh.
That's not a freebase accident. That's syphilis.
So he kills all of them. Why? No idea. It will never come up or be mentioned again. No idea why he's doing this. And he just walks in and takes all this money that this lady's counting.
How are you? Things are good?
Of course, it's U.S. money, because that's all they use all around the world is U.S. money. And, you know, if he just came in there confident, like, oh, yeah, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, no, I'm supposed to do this. Yeah, don't worry about it. Maybe it would work. And she just unloads on him. I don't know why she waits till he leaves. She shoots her in the head. She's gonna do that anyways. He had nothing to do with her shooting at him. Yeah, that whole thing took a bunch of money. Completely pointless. He supposedly is some very famous or very rich Fortune 500 CEO. So he's a millionaire, billionaire, whatever already. So he doesn't need the money. It's not for the money. None of that has anything to do with anything, and it will never, ever come up again.
She drives a cab. Any ideas?
Maybe.
So why don't you take me to her right away?
Okay.
Do you hear that? This is how he finds that lady that kidnapped his daughter.
I'm looking for a girl. She drives a cab. Any ideas?
Maybe.
So why don't you take me to her right away?
Okay.
That easy. Do you know this chick? I think she drives a car. I know her. Not only does he know her, he knows exactly where she is. She's hanging out in the club. It's not a strip club. There is strip clubs, obviously, in this movie, but I'm not showing it because, YouTube. But, yeah, she's at a club, and he knows that she's just hanging out at this club right now.
There's a
So, obviously, he asks the bartender. I love this. This is great. If it wasn't Seagal, I would say I enjoy this part.
There's a female taxi driver. Her name is Anya. You ever heard of her?
No.
Oh, I cut it out. Yeah, he just smacks him. He knocks him out. I don't know why I cut it out. Probably mad at Seagal for making me like something he did. But yeah, he just punches him in the face and knocks him out. So, she's in the girls' room. I don't know if he knew that or not, but he goes in there. He goes in there for some reason. Oh, yeah, of course they're making out. That's what... Oh, I just put it in the wrong order. Yeah, he's going to smack me after this. But yeah, you go in the women's room, you will always find chicks making out. What is wrong with women? My God. Here we go, here we go. Boom!
So what's your word?
I had to be in there. Let's see, hold on a second. Yeah, you can go away. Boom. So, he finds her in the bathroom. Remember, she was just keeping the girl safe.
So what's she worth to you? You've got to get me a passport and you've got to get me to America.
Because that sounds like a ransom to me. Sounds like he didn't kidnap her, he's keeping her safe. Here's a ransom. Okay. But they... So he starts choking her. That's great, yeah. He starts choking her. From behind. That's how you choke somebody, right? You put a rope or... I guess that's a cloth behind their neck. That's how you choke them. So I guess she's probably looking at him like, what the hell are you doing? This isn't bothering me at all. I could do this all night. She coughs for some reason. Then they show up. The bad guys show up. Like, now they're besties. Like, cool, we're just gonna hang out now. Because they don't explain what happened there. Just, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna save you. It's a chick, right? That's what I do. I save them, and then I bang the chick at the end.
We'll go to my place.
No, at the end, lady. Not now. At the end. Jeez, calm down. So they go back to her place. And somehow, even though they went straight there, the police beat them and have searched the entire apartment and are gone. By the time they get there, they go straight there. They hauled ass there. She said, oh, let's get there. We got to go quick. Yeah, so they're done here. And then then Seagal says, you know what? I saw Pulp Fiction recently. How about we rip off Pulp Fiction?
Yes, you're right. She was here, but I've moved her somewhere safer.
You better get me to her right now or something bad's gonna happen to you.
Listen, I never fucked with you.
Oh, I skipped ahead of myself. Yeah, she kidnapped his daughter, and then she pulled a gun on him and threatened to shoot him if he didn't give her the ransom. But yeah, she didn't fuck with him at all. Oh, JB. The next video will actually be a Seagal video. I'm working on it right now. It might be a little late coming. It might not be on Friday. I'll try and get it out by Friday, but it might be a Saturday. Because I'm a bit behind on it. I have things this week stopping me from working on it. But it will be this week. I appreciate the $2, JB. They don't have to be $49.99. I appreciate all my supporters that give money. I don't like you guys that are cheap. But it will be one of his, not earliest, but an earlier movie. I'm not going to say exactly which one it is, but they're not over a siege on it. So they're not over a siege. So we'll get back to the Shadow Man. Yeah, so she didn't fuck with him. But now we're going to rip off Pulp Fiction. I guess she was pooping or something the whole time. And so, yeah, you're dead, police officer who pooping in my bathroom. So there's no reason to think she's crooked. She's just like a patrol or something. She's just some low-level officer that was watching this place for who I'm guessing are the crooked cops. But yeah, she's dead. They just kill her. And Seagal has a great Seagal line.
Shit. I killed a cop.
You sound like you just joined the game.
You just joined the game. That's just Seagal things. Yeah, kill the cop. Yeah, it's a thing we do. Yeah, we just do that.
Where are we?
So they go back to the trap, the place he locked Seagal in, that I'm guessing is owned or run by the bad guys. Yeah, that's where they go. That's their hideout. Okay.
What is this place?
Just need a place to lay low for a while.
Why here? Literally anywhere else. Why not go to a motel or something? I mean, she actually has a safe place that they don't go to, but they should have. Obviously, it's so they can have some sexy time. Because, she did kidnap the daughter, and he got her to murder cops, so, they're like, here we go. This is what Seagal does. He just has that effect on women, Seagal. The daughter, that can wait. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Seagal, who knows what he wants, this guy just finds out where the daughter is. They don't explain how this guy finds out where the daughter is, but he does. And so he kidnaps the daughter from the kidnapper.
You get the girl.
So yeah, I mean, obviously that's a different person. That's supposed to be him. Neither of these people. I don't know why these aren't high-priced actors. Why they need to get body doubles for these nobodies, but they do. I don't even think that's the daughter. Pretty sure that's a different girl, too. Maybe this was stock footage. Maybe they had this stock footage, and they said, all right, well, we got to make the movie work with this stock footage we got so we can get to 90 minutes. So they just, maybe that's why none of this makes sense. They have to just work with the stock footage that they got. But, okay, yeah, they kidnap her from the kidnapper. And the cops are like, hey, you know what, that place that the CIA went to for some reason, let's just go there, too. Yeah, now everybody's just going there. Then Seagal shows up. Now he's got a leather jacket because he said, it makes no sense that I should have a leather jacket, but I'm getting tired of this yellow thing, so now I got my leather jacket that I always have. Okay, sure. I mean, he didn't have any luggage, but sure, okay. But the police are there waiting for him. You'll never believe Seagal's amazing move, because how's he going to get out of this one? What's his brilliant plan to get out of this? Oh, man, Seagal. Somehow, he's so, what's the word I'm thinking of? Genius is not strong enough of a word. He's just Seagal, but he comes up with an ingenious way to get out of this. He just fucking shoots him. Just slowly shoots him. Okay, why not? That was intense. I didn't know how he was gonna figure that one out. Okay. Dumasani. Oh, come on. Mathautherwa. Hey, Space Ice, will you make a best movie ever for Crank and Crank 2 High Voltage? I would love to. Those are definitely movies I love. I did I think the 5 reasons for those. I don't remember if I did them both or just Crank 2. Yeah, so if people ask, if you guys pay money, then I do answer about the movie names. So this is a movie name with a question. Yeah, it's one of the, not 5 rounds. Yeah, that's one of the verses. It was the 5 reasons. The only thing holding me back from Crank is it seems like YouTube has certain movies where it's a lot harder to get not age restricted. I had issues with this with the Blade movies, which is why I haven't done the 3rd Blade. They just age restrict it because they're idiots, and they don't even tell you why they age restrict it. Now what they'll do is apparently they'll age restrict it. You can appeal. You don't know what you're appealing because they're like, oh, I don't know, just look at the policy. It'd be like getting arrested, and they're like, here's a law book. See if you broke any of these laws, and you have this 1,000-page law book. I don't know, did you do any of these things? So you have no idea what it is. And now what they'll do, though, is they'll tell you, but not until after they've denied your appeal, when you don't know what you're appealing, and you can't appeal again. So they'll tell you afterwards, once your video's just done, they'll tell you, oh, here's what the problem was. Yeah, we could have told you before, but fuck us, we're idiots. Anyways, that's one of the reasons I'm hesitating on the Cranks, because those are movies where it's hard to get by. I don't know how they do that. Because I think they did age restrict the Crank one, and there's nothing in those worse than any of the other videos. YouTube's just stupid. They're just stupid. That's as simple as it is. So that's my answer. YouTube is stupid for the Crank. Thank you for the question. Anyways, yeah, he figured this out just by slowly shooting them. Because in Seagal movies, if you're having a Mexican standoff, just shoot them. They don't know how to deal with this. Okay, Sean McClure. Corey Feldman is daring you to watch his movies. I don't care what Corey Feldman is daring me to do. He can do what he wants. I'm not watching his movies. Man. Thank you, though. I appreciate the question. Call that a question. I don't know what he's doing.
You sure you know what you're doing?
I just like this because this is just Seagal accidentally. I think he's trying to be funny, but he's just accidentally being right for like the first time in his life. Just.
You sure you know what you're doing?
No, not at all, but that's never stopped me in the past.
Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke, but that is accidentally the most smart and accurate thing he has ever said. It has to be a joke because there's no way he could actually be that self-aware. I mean, I've seen his movies. You mean, I thought he had new ones. Oh, yeah, I've seen, like, the old 80s movies. Is that what you want? Just me to watch old 80s movies, or you want me to do videos on them? I've thought about Goonies. I haven't done things like that. I'm trying to do new types of movies and videos. That's why I started to do a couple TV shows, some newer things. But, yeah, I could do, like, a not action really at all. Goonies would be a good one. It's something I'm thinking about. There's a lot of nostalgia to that. Anyways, yeah, he accidentally said something right, which is the only way he'll ever say anything right. Okay. I think this happens 3 times in Seagal movies. I know for sure, obviously, in Exit Wounds. And obviously here it happens. I can't remember the 3rd, but I think there's a 3rd time. Why is there a helicopter here? Nobody knows. But they're here. They're attacking Seagal. And this is when we get a very long view of his body double. Oh my God. And from the front. This is all from the front. Look at this. There are certain scenes where I go back and watch it wondering, oh wait, is this even supposed to be Seagal? Because this is clearly his body double for a really long time. Oh, what happened with, I don't know what that was. Sorry, Just Jeer. Something happened there. I didn't see what that was. That got deleted. Okay. Well, thanks for the money, I guess. I don't know if I still get it. I'll give you a like, though, for it. All right, well, that's what happens. Oh. Okay, JB, shoot me straight, Space. How many more Seagal movies are available to review? I'm worried you are getting close to doing all of them. There's a few. So, couple things. Okay, Vulcan did that by accident. If you want to put it in again, Mr. Jerry, for free, I'll try and read it. You don't have to pay money. You can if you want. Mistakes happen. We're all human. I'm better than most, but that wasn't me, so yell at the other guy. So there's a few Seagal movies left. What I'm down to are his earlier movies, which I'm starting to do, or the movies he's barely in. One of the things I get are all the people that want me to do Sniper, not realizing he's in like a scene. He's literally in just like a couple minutes of that movie. And I don't know why people think it's going to be a great review. I think because people who haven't seen Seagal movies since the 80s see that and you're like, oh my God, this has to be his worst movie. Yeah, I figured Vulcan, it happens. But yeah, put it back in, Jerry, and I'll read it. Yeah, they haven't seen it, so they're like, oh, this is his worst movie ever. So it has a reputation for being his worst movie, but it's really not. It's just a boring movie that he shows up for a scene. I think people are going to be disappointed if they're thinking it's going to be the craziest Seagal movie ever. It's not. It's just the most boring, and he's not even really in it. But that's what I'm down to. I'm down to the movies he's not really even in. Like some of these, I think Cartels too. He's top billed actor, but he's barely in. He's gotten like 2 scenes and not even most of the scenes. Like even the scenes he's in, he's just kind of, they show him for a second. He says a few words. But those are the ones I'm left with. I don't want to do those, but I mean, it's Seagal, so I should. So I'm doing the earlier ones where he's in the entire movie. That's what I'm working on now, is one of the earlier ones he's in. I think those work a lot better instead of just, let me make fun of this movie a lot and then, oh, here's a quick Seagal joke. I already do that anyways. But yeah, that's what I'm down to. But there's a few. I am not sure how the order. I don't know if I could combine movies and just do the Seagal parts. That's what people want. They want the Seagal bashing because he's such a hateable person. And there's so many things to pick on about him that's hilarious. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with. I have a lot of ideas, and then I end up not going with any of them and just kind of winging it. That's my style. Anyways, like I was talking about this helicopter, he knows that you can just shoot it with a handgun. Check out the CGI. The CGI is incredible. Wow. His face. Look at the face. Why? Why was that necessary? That looks terrible. Oh my God. It's like the Austin Powers character. Yeah, he does not know how to shoot a real gun. He does not know how to shoot a real gun. But one of the best parts is the CGI of the helicopter. It starts in the passenger compartment. Usually, they try and do it like where the fuel is. Like, okay, I guess you can see how the fuel might spark and it cause an explosion. It would almost never happen, but it's possible. But the passenger compartment explodes. That big blank area just explodes. Nothing is. I'm guessing a 45 because that's all he has. It's from a 45. He refuses to use anything but a 45. He just shoots it a few times. Happens in Exit Wounds. I want to say there's a third movie I found recently. He does that too. Yeah, the CGI is amazing in this. Okay. I think this is the current thumbnail because this just looks so stupid. You even get I love the chin. It's, I guess, a double chin, but it's like a second neck. Such a chin. It just makes him look terrible, like always. Like I said, I could find that thing. I want to gift the memberships. It's supposed to. What does this plus do? Oh, I can do a poll. Okay. Because I can give out 10 a month for the memberships. But I can't find that option. Channel level settings? Whatever. I'll figure it out after this. Okay, anyways, I'll go back to the video. Like I said, I'll look at that when I'm answering questions, because all the questions you guys put in, I will be answering. But I do it after the video. If I can find the chat, there we go. There's more. We're only halfway through this, somehow. There must be a lot of blank, because we're almost at the end. So anyways, why is there 10 minutes left? Okay, whatever. We're at the end, pretty much. He's just killing everybody. He's just shooting everyone, killing everyone. We don't know still don't know who those guys are, why they're there. He's just killing them all. He figures nobody's going to ask, and it's true. Until right now, nobody has ever asked. Nobody has ever cared. This is the grandfather, the guy we saw blow up. He's, of course, behind it all. If you're asking why, don't, because we never find out why. There was a big deal about why is he in Romania, doesn't he know it's dangerous? But we don't know why that's dangerous. We don't know why they're smuggling this virus thing into Romania, which apparently is where it came from. So he's bringing it back to Romania. Why is he doing any of this? We don't get answers. But what we do get, something we rarely get in Seagal movies, is a callback to the very pointless first scene. You get the sound. Remember the sound of the watermelon? It made the same sound. I mean, for Seagal, that's a major win. That is a major win for Seagal. Did I answer this? Oh. Cave Gentleman, regarding sandwiches, which sandwiches make the best sandwiches? I like the using sandwiches 3 times. I like that. I think you could have thrown a couple more sandwiches in there. That's a good question. I'm just going to go steak. Sure, just steak, because steak's great by itself, but sure, throw it on a sandwich too. That's the only time, I'm not even sure now, that you can use ketchup on a steak. And I'm still, no ketchup. You can put some cheese, though, to make it melt, go with the bread a little bit. And so for people that don't know, I refuse to be like, oh, I like this or that. You know, it could go either. No, I give answers. When somebody asks a question, they get an answer. So no matter how stupid your question is, which actually we haven't had many yet. Come on, guys. Get some stupid questions in here. I know I make fun of you, but I enjoy some of the stupid questions. I'm not actually mad about them. Sometimes I am. I'm very inconsistent, too, so everything I say, I might just change my mind later. Anyways, we got more to go, I guess. Since you just had the first callback ever in a Seagal movie ever. But if that first scene wasn't there, wouldn't you be so lost right now if he didn't break that watermelon in such an impressive way? You'd be like, what is this? The movie was doing so great until now. Now it lost me. Look at that face. Jesus. He looks like such an idiot all the time. That's just his face. Oh, here we go. Space Ice. My super chat question was, is Carl Winslow the alias of Sergeant Al Powell in Die Hard or vice versa? And what if Urkel was replaced by Seagal in Family Matters each episode? Okay, good question. So no, Carl Winslow, I don't know if you know this, but there are a few Carl Winslows out there. But Carl Winslow Prime is the original Carl Winslow before all the time-traveling shenanigans that, you know, caused a lot of havoc. But no, Carl Winslow is the original. Reginald Val Johnson is just a character he also plays sometimes. It's very meta. It's crazy how he does. He breaks the fourth wall. It's amazing. Carl Winslow can do amazing things. He's not quite Van Damme, but he's close. He's close. He's a half a step behind like a Van Damme or Nicolas Cage. And if Urkel was replaced by Seagal, there's 2 things that would happen. One, a lot of people would die. It would have been canceled immediately. Judy never would have been replaced because they replaced Judy because Urkel, I mean, obviously the time travel is the real reason why. But they say it was because of, you know, Urkel took all the attention, but that wouldn't happen with Seagal. That would have been canceled the first episode. And then Carl Winslow would have killed him. So a lot of good things would have happened. It's actually sad. Oh, Kyle St. Pierre. What comes next is the most vicious beating Nicolas Cage has ever given a 7-foot-tall singing weasel with a bag full of energy drinks in at least the last 5 years. Somebody likes Willy's Wonderland. And that should be all of you. If there's any of you that don't like Willy's Wonderland, then fuck you. Oh, it's the Hong Kong guy. The name I can't even try to pronounce it. I don't even know where to begin. Steven Seagal sings better than Jackie Chan. Argy? No, I don't argy. I'll argue anyone that says that. That was such a great pun. Wow, you guys, you're lucky to have me. But no. Seagal's not better than anything. Oh, thank you, KH. Look at that member. Cool people get the membership. You get the videos as soon as I'm done with them. You don't have to wait for the release day and time because of stupid algorithm nonsense you got to do. You also get to use cool emojis like, oh, I don't know, a spark plug, which this isn't coming out at the same time, so it's not going to make sense to you guys. But as soon as I said that the spark plug appeared, you get Nicolas Cage and his glorious hair. You get Dancing Van Damme. Oh, I don't know. How about a split kick? That's what you get. So I'm just saying, people who aren't members, they don't know what this is about because they're losers and they're cheap. But thank you for joining. I appreciate the members. Did I miss any of these super chats? So yeah, you get the videos as soon as they're done. I gotta do the nonsense. There's no wig one. Oh, so the hair. I'm not magic push. Just for you, Vulcan. I'm not sure about the wig for Cage. That's the only reason I put it that for sure. I put Van Damme's above it because I know Van Damme's is real. I think just the shooting time between Con Air and Facebook. I think, or not Facebook, Face Off. I think he went straight from Face Off, and it was like a month later he was filming Con Air, so he didn't have enough time to grow it. So I could be wrong. If somebody figures out the truth to that, get back to me because I do want to know. But I think that's what makes me think it's a mullet. Yeah, Nicolas Cage did create Facebook. It's true. Anyways, back to the movie. There's just like one or two more stupid things. Oh, I forgot about this. Speaking of loose ends, this is his friend, the IRS.com guy who thought he hacked in the IRS, but hacked into a scammer site. I'm guessing that sounds like a scammer would have a site like that. So yeah, he hacked into the scammers. He's tying up the loose ends that you didn't even know existed because everyone's thinking, hey, what about those scientists that we never saw or really know anything about that would just kind of appear in a flashback? What about them? Oh, don't worry. He kills them. He does it Resident Evil style. They just all die. They do some gas in there and they all die. Okay. The security guard's like, fuck you guys, I'm leaving. Security guard's not paid enough to deal with lethal gas. I'm not doing a Seagal joke with you. If you want me to, but I won't. But yeah, they're dead. He kills the scientist. Who knows why? Oh.
Well, we had a couple of little glitches in Romania, but all in all, we had a pretty good time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Couple glitches. Couple glitches, like the explosion, like the getting kidnapped multiple times, like your dad murdered your grandfather. Just a couple glitches. But, you know, pretty good, right? Obviously, it's good. Check out the picnic. Come on.
We were so amazed at how brave you were. I wanted to thank you.
Check out the food.
Check
out the food for a...
And if you take that little piece of apple in your hand...
Oh, is this the rest of the movie? That's the girlfriend for some reason. But look at this food. Look at that food. Look how much food for a little girl and Seagal at a picnic. That's like Thanksgiving. That's like the first Thanksgiving. That's what you would see there. Look how much food there is. Okay, Seagal. Man, look at Lord Vulcan picking on kids. I did think the exact same thing, but then I also figured she's probably at an age where she'll... Oh, yeah, I zoomed in on it. Yeah, that's the food. Is that a giant bottle of hot sauce? What kind of little kid is having a giant bottle of hot sauce for fruit? That's such a Seagal move. That is such a Seagal move. And the pineapple pineapple's not even open. Okay. Just hand it to the little girl. Okay, here you go. That's a lot of carbs. 4 bananas. How many bananas is... Yeah, it's for Seagal. It is for Seagal. And that's how it ends. Does it go... Oh. I was hoping it would show... Is it the credits? Yeah, so I just threw this together kind of quick. But yeah, it does one of these. This is how it ends. It's showing his creepy smile. A couple of his movies end like that. Out for Reach ends like that. Oh, speaking of... Oh, thank you, Modesty. Getting the Pliskin patch. Aren't you awesome? Yeah, Monesty's better than you non-members, just so you know. Not just to me, like to the world, they're better. What was I saying? Oh, Out for Reach ends like this. His face with the owl. Jesus. And there is still Out for Reach, because I did that in a list format. I'll probably get to that later. I haven't done like an the new format that I do. But there's that one also. I think that's the last list one I need to redo. But yeah, there's Out for Reach, which is one of his very terrible ones where he's a predator. How does he not realize he comes off as a predator in that movie? He's a pen pal with this little 14-year-old girl across. They have secret codes that they speak with each other that only she can decide. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'll get to that one. Probably, I'm going to do that one before I get to the ones he's barely in. Just because, I mean, they're bad movies. Sniper's a bad movie, but it's just, there's not much to Seagal to make fun of him. He does some terrible gun stuff, like always. Okay. This is it for Shadow Man. Somehow this is still more coherent than The Foreigner. For the people that saw The Foreigner, my God, nothing can ever top that in just nonsensical insanity. All right, so now I can get to the questions. Me and Rob are back. Yeah, see, Rob's been patient. He's just kind of been hanging out there, you know, doing his thing. He's been holding that pose like a champ. You know, if you ever feel like speaking, Rob, you can speak. Don't, you know. I guess he's on the right side. Sorry, that's not you, Rob. That's somebody else. Just join in, man. Don't be shy. The Old Tomster. Hey, Ice, have you ever done a Chuck Norris movie? I have not. At some point, I will get into the Chuck Norris. So, my reasoning behind that is somehow I missed that growing up. Like, I don't really have a take on Chuck Norris. I did watch Sidekicks. I think that was on late at night, like as I was falling into sleep when I was a kid. Not Sidekicks. I did see that was Jonathan Brandis. Maybe I'll do that one. Walker, Texas Ranger, his show. Oh, man. If I do a show, maybe I'll do that show. Walker Told Me I Have AIDS from Haley Joel Osment is just one of those all-time scenes. I don't even know what the story behind it was. That's just an amazing line. Okay, but I will do Chuck Norris. I'll have to see a few to see what my take on him is. I wouldn't expect a Van Damme take. So if that's what you're hoping for, don't expect that. Or Nicolas Cage. But it could be more of like a Stallone, Arnold, where they're still pretty good, but you know, they're not Van Damme level. Cave Gentleman. Why is there so much hype behind MP7 when there is a 10mm version? Is it because modern man has frail shoulders due to having modern effeminate action stars to emulate? That is a very weird and specific question. For people that don't know, 10mm, while it's just 1mm more than 9mm, those things will kick really hard. So yeah, I'm guessing just people are cowards. If you've ever shot a 10mm, you will feel it. And it actually makes it better. Just because when you feel something like that, you're like, oh, I don't think that makes it do more damage, but it should. So, yeah, there's something satisfying about it. So I'm just going to say because people are pussies. That's why. I hope that answered your question, K. Gentleman. Michael Grace, who is your favorite washed-up hip-hop artist that has acted alongside Seagal in his movies? I'm trying to think if anyone's gonna beat DMX. 'Cause I actually liked DMX. Maybe because he came out and was popular, like right as I was at a good age for it. Party Up was huge in my life, huge part of my life. Rough Riders Anthem, you know, which is his tribute to Teddy Roosevelt. So I'm gonna go DMX. Ja Rule, no, definitely not Ja Rule. Nas? No, definitely not Nas. I'm sure there's other ones, but there's no way they're gonna beat DMX. He's like the only rapper I know or like, I guess. He died too young, even though he should have died a lot sooner. If any of you saw what he looked like in his last few years, it was just a matter of time. It was happening. Poor guy. Anyways, so what I'm doing is going to get to the questions that were in the, that I put in the community post thing that are, those poll questions that always the right answer is Rob Schneider. Yeah, those are just posts, but I have to put polls and everything because that's how I roll. And Rob Schneider has to be the answer because that's also how I roll. But yeah, you ask questions there. I answer them on the live stream. People that pay money, to do the super chats, obviously I answer their questions immediately. I go for the Patreons and the memberships first because there's just so much more important than you guys. I can't stress that enough than you cheap people. Yeah, Vulcan saw that. If you guys, there were pictures in his last few years. He looked bad. Like he looked like he was already dead. Crack really got him bad. Anyways, oh my gosh, Nick Burnett. Important question for the live stream. So people that have seen the live streams before, they know they love it when there's a question and you tell me that it's a question before you get to the question instead of just asking the question. That's my favorite. If Burt Reynolds offered you a friendship bracelet made out of his mustache, would you A, wear it, or B, hang it from your car's rearview mirror? Well, Burt Reynolds died several years ago, so being terrified or spin kicking a zombie's not on there. So if I have to go A or B, I'm going to do the hang it from your car's rear view mirror because I don't want dead mustache. I don't really want a guy's mustache as a friendship bracelet. I mean, if obviously there's two exceptions. You guys know what those two exceptions are. But no, I guess I would hang it from the rear view mirror. Which almost seems weirder, but yeah, I'm going with that. Yeah, weird question. But he paid money, so whatever. Sam the Slim Ham. But SOAB, are we really prepared for this? That's probably short for but son of a bitch, which comes up like once in like all my videos total, maybe. You are not prepared for this. No, you are not prepared for this. I'm prepared for this. And I don't know what this is supposed to refer to. It really helps when you guys have clear questions, especially with my policy of always answering. But yeah, you're not prepared for this. You're not prepared for a lot because you can't even finish the question. So no, you're not. I am. And everyone else, the members are. The Patreons are. Everyone else, they can't handle it. Joshua Scott. Oh, very timely question here. Were you impressed with the way he broke the watermelon? No. I was impressed that he remembered what happened at the beginning, at the end of the movie. That's all I'm impressed with for Seagal. That's breaking new ground for him. That's the only thing about that whole thing that impressed me. I will not change the background. The background is life. Joshua Scott. Oh, he's got another question. Space Ice. Do you prefer hamburgers or hot dogs? Hamburgers. Definitely hamburgers. Thank you for the question, Joshua Scott. But yeah, obviously hamburgers. I'm an adult. If you're a kid, you can say hot dogs. Some places can get those big fancy chili. Yeah, but then if you get those big fancy steak, yeah, it's still gonna be hamburgers. There's some hot dogs that are better than some hamburgers, but there's gonna be hamburgers better than all hot dogs. So thank you for that important question. I'm glad we really got to dig down into that debate that's been raging. Cave Gentleman. Did you know that every living human is now qualified to call himself an Olympic-level breakdancer? I'm guessing this is some joke about that Australian lady who was the best breakdancer in all of Australia, obviously. They're sticking to that. Do they realize that makes Australia sound so much worse? They should be throwing her under the bus and saying, yeah, we don't know how she got in there. Not, man, we're Australia. We are shitty at things. But that's what they're saying. That's what their story is. She was the best they got, which is not possible, but whatever. That's what they're going with. And so people would say, but Seagal's not a breakdancer, but he's not human either. So yes, it is true. I did know that. Oh, geez. Lord Vulcan. What's the movie Depraved movie? 8mm or a Serbian film? I'm ashamed I know both of those things. I have never seen a Serbian film, but I'm aware of it. It seems far more depraved. 8mm, the Nicolas Cage, I'm assuming, right? I actually saw that as a kid, oddly enough. But yeah, Serbian film just seems far worse. Don't look it up. Just forget this question happened. Timothy Madison. Oh, we have a long question here. Just different parts to it. Pardon me, Mr. Ice. I would like your professional opinion on this. Okay, like I said, you don't have to do that part. You can just get to the question. If aliens were observing planet Earth and all they saw were Steven Seagal movies, would the aliens A, blow up the Earth, B, turn around and leave the whole galaxy, C, perceive Seagal as a black hole and throw cookies at him, D, laugh? You would like to think they would laugh. But what if it was like one of those parts where he tries to tell a joke? Then there's no way they would be laughing at that. You would think blow up the planet would make sense. Because Seagal's on the planet, they're not going to throw cookies at him. That's what Seagal wants them to do. Seagal's whole career has been a ploy to get aliens to throw cookies at him. So they cannot do that. I think they would turn around and leave the whole galaxy. So, blowing up planet Earth, there is little part of Thailand that might have a problem with that, and then they would be destroying themselves. Let's be real here. There's no way they could accomplish this. But they could leave the galaxy, and Seagal would not be able to infest them with his movies. Thank you for the question, though. They could try to blow up planet Earth. I don't know if that was an option. They could try. But yeah, they're getting spin kicked to hell and back. Oh, Socks, how many JCVD spin kicks would it take to kick Seagal's hair off his head? And would his ponytail fight back? It wouldn't even take a full spin kick. JCVD would just like be about to spin kick him and Seagal would start crying. His hair would run away. His ponytail's not going to fight back because his hair is not obviously a part of him. It would run away. It would abandon him. Whatever animal that is that he's telling to hide on his head would just run away. Yeah. Thank you for the question, Socks. But let's be real. Nobody's fighting back against JCVD, let alone anything that would be friends with Seagal. I'll even give you a little heart for that. I don't know why, just because I can. It's a button I have. So there you go. Yeah, Van Damme, always Van Damme. Sub-Zero wins. Is your mullet natural? And did yours also just manifest while watching Hard Target and Time Cop back to back? Of course it's natural. What other kinds are there? All mullets have to be natural. And did yours just so is this implying yours manifested after watching Hard Target and Time Cop? Because if that's true, yeah, you can't cut that. That's a mullet for life. You try and cut it. I dare you, try and cut it. See what happens. But no, mine's natural. I had it before I watched those. I was born with a mullet. I've never thought about cutting it. Why would anybody cut a mullet? So Hard Target and Time Cop, they just gave me a thumbs up when they saw it. They didn't have to grow it for me. Thank you for the question. Sub-Zero. Oh, Mimsy. This is the guy with the girl problems. He has a lot of girl problems. What would happen if JCVD spin kicked a spark plug? All life in the universe would happen. I think that's already happened. Was it 13.7 billion years ago or something? Yeah, it's already happened. And look where we are now. Thank you, Van Damme. And thank you, Spark Plugs. Also, what do you think of doing interviews with actors from some of your reviews? Maybe throw them some crack money. I could throw... You're just supposed to call it money. YouTube doesn't want you calling it crack money. They want you just saying money. You can just throw you don't have to add the crack part. It's the same thing. Just throw them some money. I'm not going to pay money for people that have been in Seagal movies. Please. No. I would only interview them if they only wanted to talk about the Seagal movie they were in. If they have a project or something coming up, I don't want to talk about it. I don't care, unless Seagal's in that, which you won't be. But yeah, if they will talk to me just about them being in a Seagal movie and all that went along with it, then I will absolutely do that. Thank you for the question, Mimsy, and I hope your girl problems are getting better. That's the guy who, I'm pretty sure the girl tricked him into going to movies. He gave her money for popcorn or something, and she just bailed, which is a pretty class act. Ladlaw 71. How did JCVD lose and die in The Expendables 2? And why did JCVD allow that shit? You just answered your own question. He allowed it. He allowed it because he's not conceited like Seagal. I mean, which is ironic because nobody believes it actually happened. But he's like, oh, we'll pretend. He's an amazing actor. Have you not seen Knockoff when he's yelling at Rob Schneider? He's an incredible actor. So yeah, you believed it because he allowed it. Thank you for the question, Ladlaw71, and the $10. Think about that, you people with your $2 and your denominations I can't recognize, so I don't know if it's good or bad, whatever you're doing. Anyways, Hank Carlson. How and why did Van Damme become the GOAT of kicking? He invented kicking. Oh, there's more to this, sorry. Talent, hard work, genetics, God. Yes, the last one. That is Van Damme. He invented inventing things. Yes. Van Damme is just, I'm not going to call him God, but everyone else will, and I will agree. Jim C., I'm looking at your question right now. Am I the only one that thinks Seagal first molested the polar bear in On Deadly Ground? I don't think that's a polar bear. Are we talking about... So there's the polar bear in... the Patrick Swayze Roadhouse. There's a polar bear in that. There's a bear in On Deadly Ground where he just says, there's a bear, let me go attack it. And then the bear just throws him into the river 100 yards away for some reason. That weird, insane scene. It's not a polar bear, though. Should be. But, no. The bear would not allow that. That is a great scene. I don't know what we're supposed to get from that. Where he's supposed to think, oh, he's one with nature. What? Let him attack a bear that's just going to launch him. Because that's what bears do. They launch you through the air. But he probably tried, yeah. Ninja Nick, what is the best way to illegally transport 400 cases of Coors beer from Texarkana to Atlanta? A lot of people think I'm going to go some Smokey and the Bandit thing with that. No, not going hospital gun. That doesn't seem to make sense with this. No, not hospital gun. That is not the way to do it. Actually, FedEx. Yeah, as weird as it is, FedEx. They'll do it for you. Yeah. Thank you for the question. Oh, Slade. Blank. Thank you, Slade. I like it when people give me money and they don't even expect me to read anything. Jessica Chafoya. Oh, this isn't a question, I don't think. Oh. You and Seagal walk into a bar. Who's running out? Man, I really want to answer the question, but there's questions I have. If there's stairs... Oh, I forgot the second part. We need a kickboxer video, please. And more JCVD movies in general, I agree. You know he has hella underrated good movies. You know somebody's cool when they still use hella. That's been super popular for a long time. You and Seagal walk into a bar. Who's running out? Are there stairs to this bar? That comes into play. Are they up or down? Seagal's not running anywhere, so I can't say him. I'm not going to run out from Seagal. That's embarrassing. I want to fight Seagal. I think I've said this before. But between the two of us, I'm the only one that can run. So I guess me. I don't know why you got to put me in this position, Jessica. But I guess me. Why you got to do this to me? Chaotic World Dogs. Who is going to replace Seagal when Bollywood starts remaking his movies? You think Bollywood's going to remake Seagal movies? Oh, man. Why would they replace Seagal? They're just going to cast Seagal again. Seagal's going to be the cheap knockoff of Seagal. He'll just do it for even less money this time. Sure, why not? Oh, man. Okay, Steven. Space Ice. I'm kind of a Steven Seagal level loser. But I feel like if I could get a mullet like yours, I could move up to at least Rob Schneider level. Any tips to grow my hair like yours? Oh, thank you. That's a very good question. Stefan or Steven, I don't actually care. Don't answer or correct that. Are you cutting your hair? The trick to growing a mullet is to not cut it. Beyond that, there's really nothing you can do. So just don't cut your hair. If that doesn't work, it wasn't meant to be. Mullets aren't for everybody. Curtis D of Montana. Space Ice. Sweet Mullet. Would you do Aliens Best Ever? Yeah. Aliens is an amazing movie. It's one of the best sequels of all time. Not quite T2 level, but close. If it wasn't for T2, it would be the best sequel of all time. Obviously, not the Van Damme movie. If you count Expendables 2, that's the best sequel of all time. Or Natural Treasure 2. Okay, there's a few things that could beat it. But it's still a very good movie. I would definitely do Aliens as the best ever. The not-so-great Cornholio. These are the questions you should be asking. Will the contradiction that God is all-loving and all-powerful but doesn't remove suffering from the world ever be resolved? Yes, it will. You didn't ask what that was. You should have been more specific if that's what you wanted. But yes, it will. And actually very soon. Only a couple more weeks. No more super chats. Okay. Clockwork Orange. Question. DMX, Luke Goss, Danny Trejo, Ryu, and Vinnie Jones all have at least some name value. Do they? You didn't even get Ryu's right actual name. You just threw his character from a different movie in there. So that's not name value. And have starred with Steven Seagal more than once. Unfortunately, that is true. But who should be the most embarrassed? I'm going to go Vinnie Jones. Do I want to go Vinnie Jones? I mean, he's been in good movies. I guess Danny Trejo's been in good movies. But Trejo's kind of known for doing just as many cheap movies as he can. Ryu would be more embarrassed if people knew his name. Everyone clearly doesn't because he called him Ryu. DMX is dead, so if he was alive, maybe him. But I'm sure he's done some things for crack that aren't quite Seagal movie bad, but are pretty bad. So we'll just stick with Vinnie Jones. Thank you for the question, Clockwork Orange. Oh, man. IPG with numbers. Keep up the great work. Thank you. That's not a question, but, thanks for the money. Lord Vulcan. No Acolyte Season 2! Exclamation point. Ah. Are you telling me not to do Acolyte Season 2 when they inevitably make it? Or are you saying there isn't going to be one? Because I'm pretty sure that was one of the best shows ever made. You got to be more specific, guys. We'll see. Maybe he'll get back to me on that. I mean, it was canceled? How? I mean, first of all, they named the Korean guy Soul. That is good shit. If you're going to name the Korean guy Soul, oh man, I bet they were proud of themselves. Oh, I was hoping the bad guy was going to be like Pyongyang or something. That would just be so classic. They have like is Tokyo Jedi friend. Tokyo is the Japanese Jedi friend. Missed opportunity there, but yeah, Soul is the Korean guy. It just starts off amazing, and then everything else that happened, was also gold. So, what was that? Oh, Michael Mitchell, please consider Rob Schneider's movie Surf Ninjas. I'll consider it. I've thought about it. Problem is, it's so much of a comedy already. I don't like doing comedies just because my reasoning is that I don't want to just set up the jokes a movie's already setting up. And so that's kind of what you're doing if you're doing a comedy. Space Ice. Has pitch meeting apologized yet? He has not. My lawyers have been in contact with him. I am preparing response video. For those that don't know, the pitch meeting guy, Jeff George or whatever his name is, has been ripping me off, just blatantly stealing my content, sometimes before I even put mine out, which is, according to my lawyer, which is like the most egregious form of theft. So yeah, I'm suing him. I'm trying to fight him as well, and I'm doing a diss song and a diss video. You'll be hearing from me. Yeah, you guys haven't heard the end of this. Thank Philip Neitzel. Yes, I have lawyers. I have many high-priced lawyers. They specialize in bird law, but they're good. They're the best at what they do. I think I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah, I was going to say something about Beijing for Chinese Jedi, but I got interrupted. Whatever. Anyways, we're going to the next question. Boo Tunes. Question. Thanks for that. I love knowing it when it's a question. When will Steven Seagal movies be added to the Geneva Conventions? Is there some sort of petition I can sign to speed up the process? You mean when they have the conventions? Are they going to play Seagal movies there? Or do you just mean be listed as like a war crime? You got to be more specific with these questions. If it's the first one, I don't think that's how they work. I don't think that's really how the Geneva Conventions work. I don't think it's like an actual convention that people go to all the time. I think it happened in the past. But I don't know. I'm not a whoever would do this. I don't know what that would even be. I'm not a doctor. We'll just say I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. And yes, there is a petition. So find it, sign it. Thank you for the question, though. Pedro, L.A. Space Ice, best roundhouse kick. Frank Dukes, Bloodsport. You don't have to tell me Bloodsport. Or Murph, Problem Child 2. Was that the girl? Was that the girl in Problem Child 2? The only reason I can imagine you do Problem Child 2 and not just Problem Child. I'll just assume it's the girl, the little girl from Problem Child 2, if you guys don't remember, because nobody's thought about that movie since it came out. Oh, it's the bully? Now, if you're trying to say Frank Dukes played by Van Damme, we know the answer to that one, but there's no way you would ask that. I'll go Frank Dukes just because there's some connection to Van Damme there. As far as I know, Murph doesn't have much of a Van Damme connection. But maybe he does. I can't remember who even played Murph. Jason Carter, do you feel like Seagal's career is a legit long-term money laundering operation, or is his cheese whiz pumping heart really in it? I don't know how long-term the money laundering operation is, but I guess it's been the majority of his career now. So yeah, it's definitely a career. His heart, cheese whiz pumping heart's a good way to phrase it. It could be in these movies. Seagal, he could be trying his hardest. He could just be this bad that he tries his hardest, and this is the shit we get. I choose to believe that. I choose to believe his heart is fully in this. There, you get a little heart. Larry Diaz. 5 pens. I'm going to assume those are pens. Space Ice. You swift, cool-ass dude. Would you consider doing that Bollywood RRR one day? Oh, absolutely. I've seen that movie, and that is a very insane, in all the good ways type of movie. I don't know how it's pronounced. Is it triple R? Is it RRR? Is it just How do you even pronounce that? I can't really get a good answer to that. That's one of the big things. Like, I don't even know how to start it if I don't even know how to pronounce the title. I was actually going to do a collaboration on that, but I don't have time. So like I said, this video is going to probably come out late. The Not Over Siege one I'm doing is going to come out maybe a day late. So, I don't have time to be working on other videos. I'm trying to get the diss video to Jeff George out there so he can, not stop copying me. He has got mullet. He's got a blonde mullet now. Fucking loser, man. But if I get time, yeah, I'll get to it. Toma. Jesus, these questions. Here we go. Here's one of the stupid questions, but a good stupid. Does Rob Schneider prefer Almond Joy or Mounds? Well, sometimes, I don't know if I should do this. Sometimes he feels like and sometimes he doesn't. He likes the Almond Joy. He likes the Almond Joy. And thank you. Now that song's in my head. I hope that song's in all of your heads now that get the reference. I hate you, Mr. Toma. Steven Fernandez, Space Ice. Would you do the Expendables 2? Of course I would do the Expendables 2. If it's got Van Damme in it, I will do it. I've had a few people ask me about No Retreat, No Surrender, not realizing I've already done it, but sure, I'll do it again. The Freak Dude, Marry, Love, Kill. Arnold, Stallone, Schneider, go. That's not bad. Ooh. Oh, geez, this is... Okay, I got this. I'm going to love Schneider, because I could be the man there at least. Arnold, maybe Arnold now. He's not in great shape. Stallone's still jacked. I'm not going to be the man there. Marry, I'll probably go Stallone. He's still making movies and he's got to have a lot of money. So I'll marry him just for the money. I guess I'll kill Arnold. Sorry, Arnold. But yeah, I don't want to be the woman, so I'm going to have to love Schneider. Lord Vulcan, will George R.R. Martin finish Winds of Winter before he croaks? Yes. Yes. Actually, I have inside knowledge on this. It's going to be coming very soon. You guys are going to be surprised. Ladlaw71. Hey, Space Ice. Hi, Ladlaw. I have a Rob Schneider-like boss at work. Every time I see him, I get the urge to rip out a nasty spin kick and then get a flight to Thailand to go to that special bar. How am I supposed to get any work done? By hauling ass to the airport to get to Thailand. What kind of question is this? Why do you keep coming back to go to work? Come on, Ladlaw, get it together. These are easy questions. What's next? Gamescape. Would you get a restraining order against someone if they send you random Seagal merchandise in the mail? I've tried. Seagal will not stop sending me things. He will not stop. The restraining order does no good, especially if they live in Russia. So probably not. It's not worth the time. Thank you for the question, though. I don't know why he sends me things. It's clear that he just has it because nobody ever bought it. It's probably filling up a warehouse somewhere. I don't know why he sends it to me, but he does. Cave Gentleman, another one. What defensive strategy would you recommend if your opponent is a golden retriever with a ton of charisma? I assume you're talking about basketball. You don't really say defensive strategy in what. If this is a fight, try to hold the mouth closed, because that's really all they can fight with. If it's basketball, because I'm assuming this is Air Bud, and I don't know if you're one of the few people that saw the Air Bud video when it was around. It's actually pretty easy. Do a 3-2 zone. 3-2 zone. I just have somebody in there. Just keep someone in zone defense. Just like have them hold their hand up. And the dog will never get a shot off because he can't shoot more than 3 feet off the ground from in front of the basket. So, thank you for the question. I'm going to assume you saw my Air Bud video on how to guard Air Bud. I did have a whole video on how to stop him in basketball. Because it's infuriating that a coach could not just have somebody stand under the basket. That's all you have to do. He can't score. Anyways, Bot23. Do you think that death by Van Damme's spin kick should be offered as a form of capital punishment? I believe it would be the most humane way to do it due to the speed and efficiency at which death occurs. Absolutely not. You will have people lining up to try and get the death penalty. People will be killing each other left and right trying to get the death penalty. You do not want the death to be awesome. They should have to, watch Seagal movies until they die or something. You just put them in a room. Murders will stop that day. That day. Not even the end of the day. Before you even announce it, murders will stop. Thank you for the question, though. Upland77. Oh, question. Space Ice. Do you have real beef with pitch meetings? I love you both. Don't Sophie's Choice me. I mean, if he would just accept the fight, then we could just get it out in the ring. Not like a MMA fight. This is a kind of kickboxer underground battle to the death, I guess. But yeah, if he accepts that, then we'll be cool. If you can get his ear, tell him I just want to fight him, or I just want an apology video for him stealing everything I've ever done. So you don't have to Sophie's Choice it, which obviously I would still be the choice you would choose, obviously. But you don't have to do that. Just get him to apologize. Let him make a public apology video. And he needs to be crying during the video. Jamie Bunzall. This is a long one, but okay. We all know by now that Van Damme was the original casting choice for the Alien in Predator, but they decided to go with someone else and revamp the look of the alien. Who would win in a hand-to-hand combat, Van Damme's Predator or the Predator? And if that winner of that match had to face Van Damme in human form, who would be the champion? Van Damme wins all of those. Even the Van Damme versus Van Damme wins. Both. He wins both. Thank you for the question. But yeah, Van Damme takes all rounds. So for people that don't know, Van Damme was the original Predator. But he didn't need that. He had better things to do. He had to do Bloodsport instead. Ibram, what's your opinion on synthwave, retrowave? It's stupid. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'm guessing it's some stupid electric dance music. Either way, it's stupid. Even if it's something completely different, I hate it. It's stupid. Sparta's Edge. I have a question. Why is Seagal? These are the dumb questions I've been not getting recently, but thank you. Thank you for breaking that streak, Spartas. Rob Schneider. We'll just go Rob Schneider on that. That's why. Oh my gosh. Ayantikacharya. Sorry for my long, name. Sorry doesn't make up for it. It doesn't make up for it. I'm still mad at you. Opinions on Keone Waxman as a director. And if he was given the chance to direct an Arnold plus Stallone movie, how will it be? For people that don't know, Keone Waxman is, I'm guessing, one of the only directors that will work with Seagal. Most of his movies are by him. I'm guessing Seagal does what he wants, and Keone just wants a paycheck, so he's like, just, okay, do what you want. Nobody cares. I think it would be good if he directed an Arnold and Stallone movie. He's obviously a pushover. He's going to let them do whatever they want. Stallone, I think, is the kind of actor that makes the director do whatever they want anyways. And he can make some good stuff. So we'll go with it'll be good. He'll definitely be better than any of the Seagal movies. I don't know about Arnold. I don't know if he cares enough to just try and take over a movie like Stallone does. But, I mean, Stallone's given us gold. He's given us Rambos. I know people don't like the fifth one, but it's way better than any Seagal movie. Yeah, it would be good. It would be good. Keone Waxman is just, he doesn't even need to show up. He would have no say in anything. CMC Advanced. When are we getting Rob Schneider on stream? Again, he's right there, man. Jeez. Michael Mitchell. What question would you ask yourself since we suck? Good question, Michael. I would ask why. Why do the viewers suck so much? I'm asking myself, so I have to answer. Because they're your viewers. So I do bring this on myself. So I fully own that. Master Grunt, can you verify that Captain Ron is a prequel to Escape from New York? Officially verified, 100%. Why else would he still have an eye patch? Obviously. That's what he was doing. I guess he joined the military after Captain Ron because, you know, you can join the military. Not really liking authority and being older. If you're Kurt Russell, you can. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't been seeing a lot of the chat because there's a lot of these questions. Yeah, I don't know anything about that music, but I'm just going to stick with it because I made my decision. It's garbage, and it will always be garbage. I don't care if you like it. Mark Vincent, when will you do an OnlyFans? I already have an OnlyFans. People who've seen the streams before, they know I have an OnlyFans. But I will start a second one if people want it. Make more money that way. Kate's 3, Politics 3, Inick. Seagal versus Predator, who wins? We know the answer, Kate. Come on. Come on. It's Seagal. Oddly enough, it's Seagal. No, it's not Seagal. Come on. Jason Carter, is there any truth to the rumor that all Chuck Norris jokes were secretly based on Van Damme? He said JCVD, but I like saying Van Damme. So that's what I said. It's not secret, so I'm going to say no, there's no truth because it's not secret. Everybody knows. Bernu. Hey, boss, you got any tips for hand-cut dovetails joints? A woodworking guy. Yeah, just don't be shitty at it. Just do a good job. You're welcome, Bernu. So people that don't know, they're like you guys don't care. But yeah, it's a woodworking thing. I like those questions, though. If anyone has any, like, trade skill questions, pipe fitting, you know, just whatever, feel free to ask. What do you think of this idea, Space Ice? I hate it. Garbage. 0. Don't like it. I'm not even going to read what it was. I'm just going to say I don't like it. Is this the movie as Glimmerman, or it's a different title? I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't English. Is this the movie as Glimmerman, or it's a different title? Yes, yeah, man. It's the movie as Glimmerman. You nailed it. Got it, stone in my sandal. All right, I'll read the question from Mida. A zombie movie starring Seagal, Van Damme, and Cage. I'm intrigued. Allow Tutu explain. Seagal is the source of the virus, obviously, and everyone he bites turns into a Seagal. Okay, all right, I'm terrified. Van Damme and Cage are called in, now I'm not terrified, to contain the outbreak and save the world. You'd get a movie of spin kicks and a bunch of Seagals getting punched in the face. I've come around to your idea, Mida. I think this is a great idea. I think the more Seagals getting punched in the face, the better. The more movies Van Damme's in and Cage. And together, yeah, this is gold. I like this. I apologized earlier for saying it was garbage. But I don't apologize for my reasoning for doing that. Another super chat. Do you think Rob Schneider looks good in a fedora? And why is the answer yes? Some guys just can pull it off. Yeah. I think it's more that he looks less ridiculous with the fedora, so it does make him look better. It must just be his little curly fro type thing he has. Just looks ridiculous on most people, especially him. So anything that covers it is good. So thank you for the question, PL. That was a good question. Sturkrider. Is Rob Schneider related to Dan Schneider? So, for people that don't know, Dan Schneider was the owner of the Redskins, now Commanders football team. He was very beloved. Everybody loved him. The football fans loved him. Everyone in Washington loved him. Just everybody loved him. Much like Rob Schneider. I'll say yes. They're both short guys, dark hair. So yeah, they're basically the same guy. I think, I'm pretty sure Schneider's half Filipino. So we'll say yeah, Schneider is too. Why not? So yeah, they're literally the same person. Thank you for the question, Sturk. Dengiston Spear. Who is the worst? Michael Bay, Paul W.S. Anderson, Uwe Boll, or Eli Roth? That's a good question. Michael Bay made The Rock, so he cannot be the worst. Paul W.S. Anderson made a lot of bad, so much bad. But he did make Event Horizon, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I think he did have Event Horizon. Uwe Boll has not made anything good. He did punch some reviewers in the face, though. He did boxing with them, so I do like that. I'd box him now. Or Eli Roth. I know Eli Roth is big now because he did that Borderlands movie, which everyone seems to hate. I haven't seen it. I don't plan to see it until it's free. I will go I'll go Eli Roth. I don't think I've liked anything he's ever done. Uwe Boll, I haven't either, except punching some nerds in the face in the boxing, so I like that. I'd like to punch some nerds in the face. I don't care who they are, I just like to do it. So, yeah, I guess Eli Roth is the worst. Thank you for that weird question. Ooh, talk hard. Okay, I'm going to try and read this as best as I can. He is this some netting tome with and for us, what is your passion? Mine is building custom with arcade cars, and I charging this back for synthwave opinion. Okay, Talk Card's an AI. I am glad AI is donating money. I appreciate the AI Skynet chipping in. I'm going to try and answer this question because that is my policy. I always answer the questions. My passion is Rob Schneider movies. Sure, why not? I just said that because I looked at Rob Schneider on my screen. So we'll go Rob Schneider movies because, yeah, derpity derp, turd derpity derp. Sometimes he's been a carrot. That is such a stupid thing. I don't know why it's so funny. For people who haven't seen the South Park. I love the stupid jokes. The stupid jokes make me laugh the most. Yeah, look it up. They got a few of Rob Schneider where he's like, Rob Schneider is a carrot, and he's going to learn being a carrot is not as easy as it looks. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. All right, Richard Fox, what's a shadow, man? A shadow is anything that is blocking a light source, so there is an absence of light in that area. Thank you, Richard Fox. Thank you for that great question. Red Docina, in your playlist, there's ones for Steven Seagal movies, and there's one for worst movies. Don't you think they are just the same? That's a legitimate question. So, all Seagal movies are the worst movies ever. but not all the worst movies ever are Seagal movies, if that makes sense to you. It's like the whole square and rectangle thing. So, worst movies is a little bit wider than just Seagal, ironically. Usually Seagal's the wider of the two. But in this case, worst movies is a little bit wider than just Seagal. If you can wrap your mind around that, damn, that's profound. Richard Fox, no, I just read that one. J.T. Cohn, was it syphilis? No, it wasn't syphilis. It turns out it wasn't. It was AIDS, which is worse. Yeah, no, I know that's a bummer, but it was actually worse. I'm sorry, guys. These names, guys, these names. AA11CT9. Would you destroy Adam Sandler, please? I'll fight Adam Sandler if that's what you're asking. Adam Sandler, if you're out there, you and me. First the Jeff George guy from Pitch Meeting, and then you, and then Seagal, and then Uwe Boll. I just line them up. I'll do them all a night. It'll be one of those like Iron Man things. I will fight all of them in one night. Matt Garcia. Steven Seagal eats corn the long way. Okay. Got that, guys? That's how he eats the corn. It is not Ryan George. It is Jeff George. Trust me on this. I know. I think I would know. I'm a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. We would know these things. Please. Some people. Well, these are some weird questions. Vergelato. Are you South African by some crazy chance, Space Ice? No. I get why you would think that from the accent, but no, I'm not South African. Good question, though. Stubby. Would you rather spend 4 hours with Steven Seagal or watch every one of his movies consecutively? That's a decent question. So 4 hours with Seagal, so if I watched all his movies consecutively, that would be like a month. That would be a month of watching his movies straight. I'm not doing that. Now, if I got to, I'm gonna take a drink. Yeah, I need a drink. Now, if I spent 4 hours with Seagal, I could finally ask him about the plots to a lot of his movies that seem to make no sense, but I'm sure we just don't get it. It's like a Christopher Nolan movie. It's all there. We just don't get it. So yeah, I would get him to drill down deep on the plot of his movies. Some of these have to make sense, at least in his mind. I've said that before. That's what if I was talking to him, people think I would just attack him or talk shit about him. No, I want to ask him about the plots of his movies and then fight him afterwards. But yeah, I would definitely rather do that. Lance, how does a balding man get close to the amazing bliss of having a mullet? Thank you for your YT service. Like I told the other guy, you just don't cut it. Or you could, I don't recommend going the wig route, unless Cage did for Con Air. If he did, then that's cool. If not, do it, but don't make a big deal about it. Just be like, oh yeah, I just grew it. Just like act like it was natural. Like people are crazy for even questioning you. PL, how depressed did the JJ McCarthy news make you? Not depressed at all, because I haven't heard the JJ McCarthy news. I don't know. Is that something that just happened? Should I know who that is? Chat? Anyone? Oh, is that some quarterback for the Vikings? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't care about that. The Vikings, I could not care less. They're not my... I don't know much about college, so I do watch NFL. I don't watch college, so I don't know a lot about their players. So, sorry, I don't care. There's too many teams. There's way too many college teams, especially when they're only like the same 4 or 5 are good every year, but there's like 130 of them. It's really hard to care. All right, back to the actual question. Night vision phantom. Sometimes I fart and it smells... That's not a question. It smells really bad. Okay, it's my question. If anyone knows night vision phantom... I guess he just wanted to share that with everybody. If you're here, Night Vision Phantom, yeah, I got to your question. Oh, is it Michigan? I hate him if he's from Michigan. I do not like Harbaugh. I hate Michigan. I don't like that guy. So anything he's ever been involved with, I hate. Is that what you mean by U of M? Is that Michigan? Answer eventually. There's a big delay. So yeah, we're just going to assume I hate this guy. So I hate the news. Yeah, I hate everything about it. Don McDouglas, will you ever talk about... These are so hard to read. Van Damme Die Hard ripoff, Face Off, or his other boring movies, like the one in the desert and in the prison. Okay, I think this guy's trying to be funny and thinks face-off is sudden death because face-off is a hockey term. If you're going to try and be clever, get the movies right. Jesus. Yeah, face-off is, that's a Cage movie. So nice try. You tried, Don McDouglas. Get your spelling a little bit better. Makes it easier to read. You tried. Elias Molina, then Seagal, and fuck to them brother guitar solo. Is AI taking over everybody? This is all AI, right? None of you are real. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm reading them, but man, I don't understand them. Your brother's a doctor in Michigan? My bro is a doctor is Michigan. Yeah, you guys are all AI. You guys think this is real? Or this sounds real? None of this sounds real. You're not real. AI is exactly the type of person that would say it's real. Real people don't feel the need to say that they're real. That's very suspect. Ninja Fox, Space Ice Part 1. I like this girl at work. I'm not good with women, so I look to the most desirable man I could think of, Sensei Steven. She's always saying cute things like, oh my god, WTF, do you want now? Okay, thanks for that part of the question. It seems more like you're just telling me a story. Part 2, and Jesus effing Christ. Not you again. So I mimic the great one and respond with, I love TF out of cookies. And yes, but it could be an illusion. Can you help me out? I will help you out. Yes. Part 3, I'll read there's like 4 parts. You only labeled 3 of them, but there's 4 parts. I'm not sure how to get her attention. She's always busy telling me she's calling HR. Okay, so first, you're having women probably want to get her attention. I get this. I've never had this issue, obviously. So seems like you're being too subtle. You need to be a lot more straight with it. Now, never threaten. Obviously, do not be creepy and threaten or make them think you're going to do something. Don't be a weirdo like that. But, the implication, and I'm just going to stop there, okay? You guys know the implication. But seriously, you just need to stop being so subtle. You need to go through her desk or something when she's not there, but she's going to come back soon, so if she catches you. And telling you she's calling HR, that's, she's playing HR to get. That's what they call that, HR to get. So that means you need to ramp it up. She just wants you to push harder. So just push harder. Go through her things. Do you try the breathing on the phone thing to her? Because I've yet to see that fail. You got it. And remember, don't do anything creepy, but the implication. The implication. Sucks. Mega blockbuster hit movie. Yeah, you guys will be a couple by the end of the week. Oh, and here's the 4th part that she didn't label, so I forgot it was even a part of this. She might be into Wicca since Harold Ramis is dead, and that's the question? God. Okay, I regret answering any of this. Yeah, she might be into Wicca, I guess, if that's the question. I don't understand how that's a question. But yeah, she might be. Juan Herholt. Oh, no, sorry. Craig, this isn't a question for me. Apparently you guys are just talking to each other now, but I'm going to read it. Sounds like she thinks you're gay. He put a question mark at it, which tricked me into thinking it was a question, so I copied it to this. But yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, sounds like it. I don't know why you're being so subtle. Women don't want guys who are giant pussies. So that's what you're coming off as by not being straightforward enough. You need to just be... Have you tried breaking things when she's around? Come on, man. That shows strength. Women love that. Juan Herholt. Is your mullet natural? Obviously. Oh, I already read this one. Sorry. It's about the hard target and time cop back to back. Somehow he asked it twice and thought I'd read it twice, and he only got half of it done. Glenn Brown. How long does it take your mullet to prepare for a live chat stream? So much longer than you would think. It gets up before I do. It was up at 5 a.m. getting prepared. It starts working out first. It swims laps at 5 in the morning. It's back. It's already worked out, done a bunch before I even wake up. So yeah, it takes about a good 12 hours for the mullet. I just wake up and go because I don't prepare and I'm lazy. But the mullet, that's not how the mullet rolls. Thank you for the question, Glenn. Richard Chaparro. How long did it take you to get Milo's name down from The Fifth Element? I don't know of any Milos in The Fifth Element. I think you need to fact check your movie. I think you're thinking of the wrong movie. There are no Milos in The Fifth Element. Sorry, sir. Sorry to disappoint you. But I'll say 6 just because I want to give a number, so we'll just go with 6. Lance, which is sexier, Eleanor or Cage? Roosevelt? Is that the Eleanor? Is that who we're talking about? I'm going Cage, but I'm curious who the Eleanor is. He might be thinking Mila. That would make sense. She was in Fifth Element, and she had a really long, complicated name. But he didn't say Mila, so that's on him. Yeah, well, sorry. He's got to, he's got to be more clear with his questions. All right, so that's it for the pre-asked questions. I can get a few just from Yahoos in the chat, or obviously the super chats. I didn't miss any super chats. If I missed a super chat, feel free to yell at me. I just missed it. I didn't mean to. Otherwise, I'll see what random things I catch just from the regular guys. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Mr. Space Ice. Greatest WWF tag team ever. The Road Warriors or the Mega Powers. Hulk Savage. I'm offended the Bushwhackers aren't a part of this. Very offended. Man, Hulk and Savage. That's a... If you're going skill-wise, it's got to be... Savage has to... It's got to go Savage. Yeah, I'm going Savage and Hulk. I love the Road Warriors. I love the spiked football pads, but... I mean, you got Savage, you got the voice. Yeah. Savage is an inspiration of mine, if you couldn't tell. That amazing voice he has. Space Ice, ever think of doing a trailer for the Nick Cage Superman movie where he kills a spider robot that never got made? I mean, I know there's that scene. I would love to. I don't know how I could make a video, a 12-minute video on a very short scene, but I would love to give it a shot. It would be a lot of just repeating over and over, which maybe would be good. So yeah, I'll give it some thought. I try to avoid the, hey, what about this movie? I don't know if I said that to start. Most of the questions, probably 90% are, hey, what about this movie? I try not to just read a bunch of movies and then say, yeah, maybe, over and over again. That's not great content for the people watching, even though everyone wants me to read their movie. Nobody wants me to read everyone else's movies, so I just don't. Oh, my God. And just because I saw this, did you do Miami Connection? Come on, Trembling Colors. Do you not know how search works? You search. It's less buttons for you just to type Miami Connection into the search than to do the did you do in front of it. Yes, I did Miami Connection. So go to the channel page, go to search. You probably just do MIA. It's probably the only one that starts with MIA, and you'll find it. Yeah, I did that movie. But I try to avoid those. I try to avoid those questions. All right, let's get some good questions, guys. Good questions. Oh, gosh. And I just lost chat. Sorry, chat. See if I can get chat back. I don't know if you guys still see me. I can't see you. I'm trying to come back. Really? Now I can see just like the old, really? Lame way. Now I can see just like the old, oh God, now it's lame way. Okay. Now I can see just like the old, oh God, now it's, might just take one more question. Now I can see just, I got the audio of myself talking. Might just take one more question. I got the audio of myself talking. Might just take one more question. I got the audio of myself talking. Might just take one more question. Chat just like the, I got the audio of myself talking. Might just take one more question. Chat just like the, I got the audio of myself. Might just take one more question. Chat just like the, I got the audio of myself. Might just take one more question. Chat just like the, I got the audio of myself. One really good question I'll get to. 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 Yeah, so there's like a back end. Yeah, so there's like a back end. I don't know Yeah, so there's like a back end. I don't know how to use that. There's like a back end. I don't know how to use that. So I'm just like at the same page as you guys are saying. I don't know how to use that. So I'm just like at the same page as yourself. I don't know how to use that. Had that when you're on the phone. Like at the same. You hear yourself like 2 seconds after you're saying had that when you're on the phone. Like at the same. You hear yourself like 2 seconds after you're saying had that when you're on the phone. Like at the same. You hear yourself like Lindsay will take over some questions. I'll do one question. Just give me one good question, guys. Lindsay will take over questions. I'll do one question. Just give me one good question, guys. Lindsay will take over questions. I'll do one question. Just give me one good question, guys. Lindsay will take over questions. I'll do one question. Just give me one good question, guys. Lindsay will take. Hello. Okay. Is this a sounding crazy? Is this a robot sound? Is this a sounding crazy? Okay, there we go. This should be better. Okay. Yeah, everything just decided it's going to crash on me. So one good question. Come on. Yeah, I blame you, the Death Twitch. You caused this. Come on, good questions, guys. Good questions. Pee Wee or Rob Schneider? It's not a good question, but Rob Schneider. Okay, I guess we're going with this because you guys are just not doing the good questions. But here we go. If Rob Schneider was a carrot, would he still make bad movies? They would be so much better if he was a carrot. But yes, they would still be terrible. So I'm glad I got to answer that question. And man, I almost made it to the end without some massive technical problems, which I blame you guys for. Actually, everything's perfect on my end. It's just all your ends is just jacked up. So you guys are get it fixed, guys. Next time, don't embarrass me like this. I'm embarrassed for you because that was just sad. But thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys learned a lot. Oh, you guys always do this when I'm trying to leave. Master Grunt, did Arkansas what? Tennessee? No, Master Grunt. No. Okay, I'm really leaving this time. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, trying to get questions in now too late. You should have been asking the questions when I was trying to get you to ask the questions. Next time, oh, can I do this? Can I give, 10 free memberships. Here we go. Now I figured out how to do it. Now you guys are trying to sneak in some things. Whoever gets, it's all random. YouTube decides this, not me. So, Jason Carter, great. Now my girlfriend is all pissed off because my voice doesn't reverberate infinitely. Well, yeah, sounds like you're a loser, bro. Get that shit fixed. Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Blow. This has been the Mega Blockbuster Hit live stream where everybody but Space Ice has technical problems.